Hi Luna, how are you doing?
Hi, great today. Yeah, you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it seems I turned on subtitles. Weird. Um, okay, so the question today is how to find suitable materials for your language learning.
That's interesting. These days I find a very good material for my language learning.
Mm-hmm.
I can
What?
share. Yeah, Uh, it's like because I decided to run next week,
Mm-hmm.
so I, and I talked with my friend. Like he told me like I should learn something about running, like force foot running, like a force foot strike or something like that.
Food strike. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and then I really search them online, English, Italian, and maybe later French, Russian, Spanish as well. Yeah, I found wow amazing because I I didn't talk this in my life, in my daily life, about running. So like that specific material, let me just review all the stuff in different languages. I learned this how to run, and at the same time I review all the languages. I repeat it many times because of language and also about the information. It's useful for me to prepare my running, for the next months. I feel so interested. Yeah, I think yeah, it's a very very good material for me. I'm searching a lot about this kind of like information online about many.
Do you think that this material is too difficult for beginners?
No, you can search different levels, because if you are very beginner, you can search something very simple, because online there's so many different levels information, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like if you are beginner for some language, you can search that Chinese first. If you are Chinese, right, you can understand it and then search some foreign, like English or some other language that you are ready to learn. It's like you get the information from your mother tongue and then move to another language. It's maybe for you it's hard, but it's comprehensible. I think it's very good to like make you focus. Yeah, and you can easily understand
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah, this is a good way, even it's hard. I think if you are very beginner, you don't need to understand every word. Just understand the meaning. It's enough. The feeling.
Yeah, when I do something like this, I feel that the first 3 or 4 videos are hard, but then um, it gets much easier. And also, I often, if this video has a name, I just check the words from the name of a video. And for example, if it's about running or skateboarding, it would be how to run properly, or 4-foot strike for running,
Yeah,
or how to do some trick on a skateboard. So basically, all the keywords are often in the name of the video or in the description. So I often translate the name of the video or the description of the video.
yeah,
This way I can also get some vocabulary and some also obtain some background information.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I also did like that, because for me, for example, like running, that part about French, I don't know how to say that run, right? Yeah. When I
Yeah.
search it, yeah, I get it. Like, oh, then I translate, I understand. It's about like
Yeah.
word, that word. I get like I think yeah, it's a very good way. Like first, just like you can Google Translate about that some keywords, and then just search some keywords, and then you just read the title and then translate the title. You already know many things, and then just try different material. That maybe this one you can listen a little bit, that one watch a little bit, read a little bit. It's like just you know, like at random, read or watch something that and find something that you understand, right?
And I think beginners, they should use some materials that are specifically designed for beginners, like some textbooks or courses for self-study, or some whatever it is for beginners. For example, there are graded readers for beginners, and then each new level is just a little bit more difficult, and you read and you notice how you move to the next level. So do you think that beginners need some special materials that are designed exactly for beginners?
Yeah, somebody do like that. You know, somebody they does it, and they think it's very like easy way to follow some structure, right? Some you know, because the textbook generally they have like a language ABC, so they will give you some information about that language. You can follow it, yeah, to get some outline of this language first. Yeah, it's a lazy way to, you know, can do like that. But I also tried some other way, like my Spanish. I followed this way, you know, followed that textbook at like a Spanish ABC. I followed that book. At the same time, I also like learn by myself, and it works. Yeah. And another way, like I learn French, I didn't follow this way. I don't get any textbook. I just search one story that I like very much, and I understand that story. That is Little Prince. It's written by a French writer. I read it like in Chinese, in English. Of course, I know this story, so I just open that story in French version, and I just listen to it again and again and again, and guess the meaning of that story. After maybe sometimes like maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, something like that, I was crazy, because when you understand the story, you guess it. You found, oh, it's so similar with English or something. You know, you already get excited about that story. So like after listening many times, you already get that oh, that language speak like that is a little bit different from English. You already get the meaning, like and the feeling of that language. And then when I listen to that story, I try to read it, because that audio book also have some, you know, like texts. So I also listen and read at the same time. And that is like I started to learn French. And then later I talk with people, different topics, from very simple topic to normal topic. And 3 months of listening and read, and then 1 month of talking. Now I think my level, like French level, I can read that Little Prince, that book, very well. Yeah. Now some words that I don't understand, but almost all the story I can just read it very well, and I can speak. Yeah.
I think beginner materials for beginners, including textbooks, are boring, but many people like them. So I say it's okay to use them, but I always give people advice: don't get stuck at this point in using just textbooks or beginner materials for too long. Generally, I would say it shouldn't be longer than 2 weeks or 1 month, because after 1 month, you will start. It's like at first you're very curious about language, you're excited to learn this language, but after 1 month, you will finally notice this boredom, and then it's very easy to give up. So I suggest people to move on to more like intermediate level materials, like watching some videos, some narrow listening, narrow reading, whatever is that.
Yes, I think that you can.
Before the boredom comes, you should move on before language, uh, before your brain associates language with boredom, because it's a very dangerous point. If your brain thinks language, this language is boring, it will try every way to get rid of it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I think so that's why, you know, I think that it's better you find some material, like a specific material that you like it very much and you understand it already in other languages. So repeat it many times, listen, and then read at the same time, and then talk gradually, talk something, you know, simple, and maybe also follow a little bit about that textbook if you want. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anything
Yeah,
that
textbooks are not necessary in my opinion.
yeah, it's not necessary. You can follow many because you know online so many materials for beginners. You can just at random pick up one, listen some parts that you think is interesting. If not, just pass it and listen to another one. You know, this all this period, like I think you just get the good feeling about this language. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's it for
Okay.
today.
Okay.
I'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Bye bye.